Gonna replace the, okay, there's no spark. And to check that, you can take the spark plug out, reconnect it onto the boot, hold it up, and pull the cord, and you should see a spark at the end of the spark plug. Ground it to here and see if you see any spark, or you can hold it, and if you get a shock, then it's sparking. And if it's not sparking, it might be the ignition coil, which I'm changing. So you take an 8mm socket, these three and these two 3/8 socket, and you can clean it up if you want. This is the ignition coil, and a 1/4-inch socket works on that, and it just comes off like that. And undo that plug. Take a wire brush and clean off the flywheel surfaces and the whatchamacallit surfaces, the contact surfaces there, especially there. And you can take the spark plug out and clean that up too if you want. And then put this back on, but okay, they're magnets as they pass, as that magnet passes against, within magnetizing distance of that magnet, it creates electricity that goes to the spark plug or something like that. But anyways, you got to space this with a business card. I don't have a business card because I'm not in the business of fixing lawnmowers, but I got this. This might be too thin. I better get some more paper on this. Okay, I used something else thicker. So tighten down that ignition coil quite tight. When you put this metal housing back on, make sure that the O-ring is in place. There's a rubber O-ring, and that this goes in straight. The oil checking the dipstick housing. Make sure that goes in right. I think that's in right, but we'll find out. It looks like it is. There's the O-ring. Isn't there somewhere? Or is there an O-ring? I thought I saw one. I gotta loosen this off. Check. Okay, there is an O-ring that's got to go in place. Tapered end on the right, flat end on the left. Good focus on this camera. Tapered end goes down inside that, like so, in there, flat, and then it seals it, seals the housing from leaking oil everywhere, like just happened on this thing. Okay, when you replace this housing, make sure that that goes in first, like it's supposed to, before you tighten those two bolts there and there. To change the air filter, it's this thing, and you just turn it and pull it off. This one is crappier than this one. I got an old lawnmower. It wasn't working for the guy, but the ignition coil is what I needed. So anyways, strip parts off of that. To put it back on, this little tab has to go in that slot and twist it on. Now the muffler, I think this thing is the muffler or some shit like that, exhaust. This one's pretty loud, so I might take this one off. And maybe not. See how hard it is. If it's too hard, I won't bother. To replace the cable, get some vice grips or pliers or some crap like that, or get somebody to squeeze these two together. Then you can get this out of there. You just you maneuver it out. And some pliers, or if your fingers are strong enough, or my fingers are too big, but squeeze those two tabs together and it should pull out that way. So I'll get some pliers or something. I only have 2 hands here, but anyway, squeeze those two together like that, and this should pull out like so. Pulls right out of there. Now you have to take this shroud thing off to get it past the oh no, don't pull it right through. Stupid. Now to get the other end off, kind of similar out of here, but this thing I haven't figured out how to get that off yet. Okay, you get a hammer and kind of, well, hammer this out, and then this should pull off. Okay, it's held in there like that. Just hammer that little knob out and it should pull off.